Imagine waking up 1,000 years ago, long before roads, electricity, or modern cities existed. A world where the rhythm of life was controlled by nature, where the rising sun marked the beginning of the day, and where survival depended on skill, patience, and cooperation. The icy wind from the northern sea moves across the silent Scandinavian landscape, shaking the wooden walls of a small Viking longhouse. Inside, the darkness of the night slowly fades as the fire continues burning in the center of the room. Smoke rises through a small opening in the roof, carrying the scent of burning wood into the cold morning air. The warmth of the flames pushes back against the freezing temperatures outside, creating a small island of comfort inside a harsh world. Outside, the first light of dawn reaches the valley. A peaceful fjord reflects the pale colors of the morning sky. The calm water moves gently beneath the mist, while longships rest silently near the shore, waiting for future journeys across unknown seas. This is not the world of Hollywood Vikings. It is not only a story of warriors,
Our stories
battles,
are
and
written
conquest.
in the stars and the
Behind the
sea.
famous legends were real people who woke up every day
morning,
facing
neighbor.
the same
To you as
challenges
well.
of nature, work, family, and survival. Today, we step into a single ordinary day in Viking Age Scandinavia. We will experience their world through their own eyes. We will enter their homes, walk through their villages, witness their daily struggles, and discover the civilization that existed beyond the myths. As the first rays of sunlight touch the mountains, the settlement slowly begins to awaken. Wooden doors open across the village. Thin streams of smoke rise from every longhouse as families prepare for another demanding day. There are no clocks to measure the passing hours. Instead, life follows the rhythm of nature itself. The position of the sun tells people when to begin working. The changing seasons decide when crops can be planted, and the unpredictable weather determines whether families will have enough food to survive the long winter. Inside a typical Viking longhouse, several generations share the same roof. Parents, children, grandparents, and other members of the household live together in a single warm space centered around a constantly burning fire. The
grain is
longhouse
good this
is
year.
more than just a place
Race
to
you to
sleep.
the water!
It is the heart of the family. It is where meals are prepared, where stories are shared, and where important moments of life take place. Heavy timber beams support the roof overhead. Wool blankets provide protection from the cold. Wooden chests hold clothing, tools, and valuable belongings. Carved objects and handmade furniture fill the room, each piece created with patience and skill. Every object has a purpose. Nothing is created without a reason. Nothing
Let us
is
share the
easily
earth's
replaced.
bounty.
The warmth of the central fire is essential for survival. It provides heat during freezing northern winters. It cooks every meal. It dries wet clothing after storms. And it becomes the gathering place where families come together after difficult days. For the Vikings, the fire was not simply a source of warmth. It was the center of their world. Outside the longhouse, the village begins to fully awaken. The quiet sounds of morning slowly become louder. Chickens move between the wooden buildings searching for food. Sheep and goats leave their shelters and walk through fenced areas near the homes. Dogs move across the settlement, watching over the families and animals they have lived beside for generations. Near the shoreline, fishermen prepare their equipment for another journey onto the cold northern waters. The sea surrounds every part of Viking
In the
life.
shadow of the northern sun,
provides
summer
fish
is
for
a
their
fleeting
tables.
gift. Every
It
hour of
connects
daylight
distant
is driven by the
communities.
fear of winter.
And it
Here,
creates
the soil
opportunities
dictates
that
the
would
survival
eventually
of the
take
clan.
Viking sailors farther than most people of their time had ever
Let us
traveled.
bind them tightly.
But the ocean is never completely safe. The same waters that provide food and trade can suddenly become dangerous. A peaceful morning can quickly become a battle against powerful waves, freezing winds, and unpredictable storms. Inside the homes, breakfast preparations begin. The meal is simple: but every ingredient has importance. A bowl of thick barley porridge provides energy for the long hours ahead. Fresh or preserved fish adds valuable nutrition. Bread made from rye or barley fills the table. Dried meat, butter, and milk complete the meal. For modern people, these foods may seem ordinary, but in Viking Age Scandinavia, every meal represented preparation. Food did not appear easily. Every piece came from months of effort. Every harvest carried the future of the family. Every animal, field, and fishing trip mattered. Nothing could be wasted.
Every mark tells a
Poor
story
season
of
could
our
create
people.
serious problems. A
Let the
successful
blade move
harvest
like the wind.
could mean survival
This way,
through the
you will
freezing
never be
months
lost.
ahead. As the morning continues, farmers leave the village and move toward the surrounding fields. The landscape is breathtaking. Mountains rise in the distance.
For centuries, these
Forests
waters
cover
were
the
the
hills.
gateway to the unknown,
Rivers cut through valleys.
a force born
this
of the
beautiful
fjords,
environment is
bound
also
for glory.
The growing season is short. The soil is often thin and rocky, and the weather can change without warning. Using wooden tools and the strength of oxen, farmers begin preparing the land. The heavy plow cuts through the earth as they create spaces where crops can grow. Men and women
The
work
climax
together,
of months of
planting
intense
barley,
labor.
oats, and
Pull
rye.
together, friends!
Everyone contributes.
Pull together,
Everyone
friends!
understands the survival of the community depends on their effort. For Viking farmers, working the land was not just a job. It was a connection between people and the environment that surrounded them.
Against the fury of the
watched
open
sky.
sea,
They studied the
the
seasons.
Northmen fought for
They
survival.
learned from previous generations. Their knowledge was built through experience passed from parents to children. But even the greatest preparation could not control nature. A season of heavy rain could destroy fields. An early frost
Welcome to our
could
trading
damage
post, my friend.
crops.
This path leads to
long
the
winter
great Silver
could
City.
test even the
This
strongest
sunstone
families.
guides us when the day is dark.
The Vikings
We
lived
must sail
with
south
constant
before the winter
uncertainty.
comes.
From the
they adapted.
fjords of the north,
They learned to endure.
a new power
This
arose,
ability to survive
spreading
difficult
across the
conditions
known
became
world.
one of the defining characteristics of their civilization. As the day moves forward,
Beyond the
Viking
tales of
settlement
raids
becomes
and
a place
conflict
of constant activity.
lay a rich life of
Every corner of
Tagalab's
the
daily
village
industry.
has a purpose.
This
Every
oak will hold
person
for a
contributes
century.
something necessary
Spinning the finest
for
wool
community
for the
to
sails.
survive.
Pull with the swell,
While
brothers!
farmers continue
Pure
working in the
silver
fields,
for honest trade.
craftsmen begin their own important tasks.
Secure the livestock,
workshops.
now!
The sounds of tools echo through the air. Blacksmiths heat pieces of iron over fires, transforming raw metal into objects needed for everyday life. With every strike of the hammer, simple materials become knives, farming tools, fishing equipment, and weapons. The work requires patience, strength, and years of experience. A skilled craftsman
In the late
is not
afternoon,
only creating an
afternoon,
object,
the golden
they're
sunlight
continuing a
softens over the
tradition
fjords.
that's
Farmers and
passed
fishermen
down
return
through
from their labor.
generations.
This is the living
Nearby,
heart of the north.
Carpenters work with carefully selected pieces of wood. They create furniture, buildings, storage boxes, and the structures that hold the village together. Wood is one of the most valuable resources in the Viking world. From the forests around them, they create homes,
Welcome home, my
tools,
children.
and ships
Come,
that
share
allow
the
them
fire.
to travel beyond their homeland.
The fire keeps
Among
the
all
cold
their
away, my
creations,
boy.
None is more impressive than the longship.
Always
Near the
remember
shore,
the stories.
The greatest symbol of this. They study each piece of timber, searching for the right shape and strength. Every plank is carefully prepared. Every connection must be precise.
When the
Every
sun
part of the
set,
ship must be
life
strong
moved
enough
indoors.
to face the challenges of the open
here
sea.
the old sagas
Building a
came
longship
alive.
is a
Thor
difficult
rode his
process.
chariot across the
It
sky.
requires
In
skilled
the beginning
workers,
there was
valuable
only the great
materials,
void.
and months of
Until the
dedication.
sons of Bor raised
A
up the
single
mighty
mistake could
earth.
weaken the entire
Out of the
vessel.
warm streams of
But
the
when the ship is
churning
finally
horizon,
completed,
we are the
it becomes
echoes of
something
the
greater
north.
than wood and rope.
Born of wind
It
and
becomes
thunder,
a doorway to the
we
unknown.
cross the roaring
A
dark
symbol of
seas
curiosity,
to honor
a
those who
symbol of
came
courage,
before.
and a symbol of a people who refuse to remain limited by the borders of their homeland. The sailors who step onto these ships know that every journey carries risk. Beyond the familiar coastline are vast
We have survived
oceans,
the great
distant
winter
lands, and
together.
unpredictable dangers. They navigate by observing the movement of the sun patterns of waves, the direction of winds, and knowledge inherited from generations before them. Their understanding of the sea is built through experience. They know the signs of changing weather. They recognize dangerous waters. They understand that survival depends on respecting the power of nature. The ocean can bring wealth.
The
discovery,
myth says they
and
were only
opportunity,
bloodthirsty warriors,
but it can also bring storms.
but the reality was far
freezing
more
temperature,
complex. They were
and
farmers,
waves powerful enough
explorers,
to destroy
and
even the
families.
strongest ship. For every sailor who disappears beyond the horizon,
Hold it firmly, my
there is
boy.
a story of courage,
Let it be your
uncertainty,
wall.
and hope. But the Viking world was not only
Every
defined
skill
by
was a
ships
step
and
toward survival.
exploration.
From the fjords
The
to
image
the
of Vikings
forests,
as
the young
lonely
learned from the
warriors
old.
hides a much deeper
This was a
reality.
society built on
Most people
preparation.
living in Viking Age Scandinavia
The Viking
were
longship
not raiders.
was the pinnacle
They
of
were
naval
farmers
engineering,
working difficult land.
crafted by
They were
hand to
craftsmen
conquer the
creating
open
essential
seas.
tools. They were traders building connections between distant communities. They were families trying to create a stable life in one of the harshest environments in Europe. Their villages were not chaotic places. They were organized communities built on cooperation, traditions, and shared responsibilities. Important decisions were often discussed among members of the community. Leaders gained respect due to experience,
Hold the line!
wisdom, and reputation. A person's honor was extremely valuable. Trust could determine whether someone was accepted and supported by others. In a world
At the end of
without
the
modern
day,
systems
they
of
gathered.
protection,
This was the thing, the
relationships
heart of
were
their
essential.
law. Here, no weapons were allowed,
could not
only the
survive
symbols of
alone.
their kin, bound by
the farmer
honor
depended
and tradition.
on the blacksmith, who created tools.
The law
The
must be
sailor
upheld. We
Depended
need a
on the
fair
shipbuilder who
decision.
created vessels.
Let
Family
all men
depended on
hear the
neighbors
law.
during difficult times. Every person
He
had a
stole my
role.
cattle.
Every skill had value, and every contribution helped
You know
strengthen
this is true.
the entire settlement. The Vikings also had a deep connection with the natural world around them. The mountains, forests, rivers, and seas were not simply parts of the landscape. They controlled every aspect of life. The weather decided when people could travel. The seasons decided when they could plant and harvest.
Our ancestors
The sea
sailed across
decided
the
when
great
ships
dark
could
sea,
leave, and when they
guided
needed to
only by
remain
the
near
stars and the gods' will.
Nature was always present. It was both a provider and a challenge. As afternoon slowly begins to disappear, the rhythm of the settlement starts to change. The hardest tasks of the day are completed. Tools are cleaned and placed away. Animals are guided back to their shelters. The last work in the fields comes to an end before darkness covers the northern landscape. After hours of effort, families begin returning to their homes. The longhouse once again becomes the center of daily life. The fire grows brighter as the cold evening air surrounds
Every
the village.
fjord holds a story of
flames
departure.
Provide
Bound
warmth
for unknown
while people
lands,
gather
they leave
together
their world behind,
after another demand.
driven by the gods and a hunger
This is
for
where
glory.
stories are shared. This is where memories are preserved. This is where children grow up the world before them. Without large written records, Viking culture depended heavily on spoken traditions. Stories about ancestors, heroes, voyages, and important events were carried through generations by voices around the fire. An older storyteller sitting beneath the wooden beams of the longhouse could hold the attention of an entire family. Every story carried
Hold the line!
every memory
It is
helped
too
preserve
strong!
the identity of
Pull together!
every evening spent together strengthened the connection between generations. Their settlements slowly grew. Small villages became larger communities. New political systems developed.
They were more than just
New
fierce
beliefs
warriors.
spread across northern Europe,
They were masters of the sea,
Around them was
bound
transformed,
family and faith,
and the Vikings
seeking a new
transformed
destiny.
with it.
In the heart of
They
the
were not a
ancient
frozen
north,
civilization
these
trapped
sacred
in one moment
groves
of
were the
history.
true temples of the
They
Vikings.
adapted to changing
Here,
circumstances.
the old gods still held
They
sway.
learned new ways of living. They created new relationships with neighboring peoples, and their descendants continued building communities that shaped the future of the regions they called home. Today, more than 1,000 years later, the remains of their world continue to reveal hidden stories. Ancient ships buried beneath the ground show the incredible skill of Viking leaders. Old settlements reveal how families lived, worked, and organized their communities. Tools, carved stones, and everyday objects allow historians to
Mind the
look
fire,
beyond
my
the
child.
legends and understand the real people behind the name.
Good morning, brother.
Perhaps
have
the
the
most
bread.
fascinating part
Blessings
of the
on
Viking
your
story
day.
is not only
For centuries, these fjords were home to isolated communities.
how they survived.
But as trade expanded,
They
a
lived
new
in a
era
world
began to dawn.
where
Small
nature
villages evolved into
tested
bustling centers of power.
They built homes from forests. They created food from difficult lands. They crossed oceans with limited technology, but extraordinary knowledge. They faced storms, hunger, uncertainty, and danger. Yet they continued moving forward. Their civilization was shaped by courage, creativity, and determination. The Vikings were not simply characters from old stories. They were real human beings.
Every valley holds a story,
With wooden roofs,
carved by the hands of those who came before.
for daily life.
A legacy carved in stone and water.
Sailors facing unknown seas, and dreamers looking beyond the horizon. Their world was different from ours, but many of their experiences remained familiar. They searched for safety. They protected their families. They built communities. They hoped for a better future. Because behind every ancient civilization were ordinary people trying to create meaning in a difficult world. People who woke up every morning and chose to continue. People who faced challenges, but still found moments of joy. People whose lives,
We
though
must
separated
learn from the
ours
earth
by
to
centuries,
survive, my
were
child.
connected by the same human desires. The desire to survive, the desire to belong, and the desire to discover what lies beyond the horizon.